Support for WUWM podcasts comes from Potawatomi Casino Hotel Milwaukee, home to 24/7 excitement, dining, and an on-site hotel at 1721 West Canal Street. More information at potawatomi.com.
'Tis the season for winter recreation. Whether you like to ski, snowshoe, or bike with your fat tires, there are places all around the state where you can try all different kinds of recreation that require some snow. For this month's Wandering Wisconsin, we're heading to Brillion. There's a relatively new outdoor recreation center there that's a certified U.S. Biathlon Training Center. To learn what that means and to help you plan a trip there, Lake Effect's Becky Mortensen is joined by Sean Becker with the Ariens Nordic Center and Amanda Weibel with Travel Wisconsin.
The Ariens Nordic Center isn't just a place for outdoor winter recreation. It's actually a bit like a training facility there. So, Sean, what types of things can people do at the center?
Well, we're set up for year-round activity. During the winter, Nordic skiing, biathlon. We also have, at times when weather cooperates, fat biking, as well as some snowshoeing. And in the off-season, which is longer than the on-season, we have roller skiing for Nordic skiing, as well as summer biathlon opportunities, not only for competitive athletes, but also lessons that people can have the opportunity to try to get into a class and understand what it's like to be involved in a sport of biathlon.
Yeah, so for those who don't know, what is a biathlon?
Yeah, that's a great question. So some people think it's swimming and running, which it definitely can be. Some people think it's coffee and donuts. The way that it works best for my explanation here is that it's Nordic skiing and precision marksmanship.
Okay, so what does it take to train and prepare for a biathlon?
So I think the first thing is a lot of stamina and a lot of focus. A really good cardiovascular system is another really notable thing to have. Basically, what's happening during your competitions or your training is you're getting out and skiing on a ski course, and you're stopping periodically, and you're shooting at some targets. And you're doing that with a biathlon-specific 22 caliber biathlon long rifle. And you'll shoot at targets and different disciplines in standing or prone shooting. And when you're shooting at targets that are 50 meters away from you. In the prone position, we're shooting at targets that are about 45 millimeters, so about the size of an Oreo cookie. And when we're shooting at the standing targets, which is a little higher degree of difficulty, we make that target a little larger. So depending upon what your vintage is, it could be the size of a CD, or we could say it's the size of a grapefruit that you're shooting at 50 meters. And for every one of those targets that you miss, you have to go and ski a penalty loop, which is either 75 or 150 meters based on the race that you're performing that day. So you can end up skiing in some races an extra 3 kilometers more than everybody else if you miss all your targets. So a lot of time training, skiing, roller skiing during the summer, a lot of cardiovascular work. And then the precision marksmanship part of it is definitely key, working with a coach or working at different ranges to hone in your shooting abilities.
And for people who maybe aren't ready to start training for a biathlon, there are other outdoor recreation options at the center. Can you talk a little bit more about that, Sean?
Certainly. We have Nordic skiing trails that are groomed daily, whether we have one skier or 100 skiers throughout the day. We want everybody to have a world-class everyday experience here. So if they want to come and just cross-country ski on some nice rolling terrain or even just flat terrain, we have that capability for them. And even if they're deciding that they're wanting to expand and try to see if they're able to compete, we have pathways for them to be able to do all that as well. We have lessons. Our lesson coordinator, Heather Higgins, very accomplished Nordic skier over the years. She can help people starting right out, put them on some skis and get them out and loving the sport of Nordic skiing outdoors.
And the center will be hosting the World Snowshoe Championship this month. What can you tell me about that?
Yeah, the World Snowshoe Championship, that's a little outside of our box that we play in here. The fact of the matter is that in years past, there's been low snow in the venues that they've had this. believe last year, if I'm not mistaken, it was just turned into a trail run. So in order to guarantee that we'll be able to hold a race for snowshoeing, we're able to do that on our man-made snow loops that we have. So kind of fixing the problem of Mother Nature throwing us some curveballs the last few years. And we're able to put this race on right on our man-made snow. Everything kicks off on Thursday, and that is kind of an expo day that they have. Registration happens Friday. We start getting into racing. We move to Saturday for the World Championships, and then we have a Santa ski race on Sunday morning, and then we'll go into the Open Snowshoe Championships. After that, prize purses are pretty big for these races. First place, men and women for the nationals is $1,000. The World Snowshoe Championship 10K race, men and women, first place get $3,000 each, and then the Open is about $750 each. So great opportunities for people that are in the sport of snowshoe, or I even know some people that have not ever snowshoe raced. They're just really good runners, and they've gone out and bought themselves some snowshoes, and they feel like they can hang with this field. So it'll be really interesting to see what shows up here in Brillion.
And can spectators come to these races?
Absolutely. We have really great opportunities for spectators. We've got a nice spectator area that gives you views of the start, finish, and also on the course, all from one location, which is really unique. It's kind of like set up like a European World Cup ski venue where we have underpass opportunity for people to be able to make it out into those areas to check out the course and the athletes without impacting the trail system at all. So, and then we'll have concessions available for them and plenty of beer, I'm sure, as long as other food options.
So you did mention your ability to make snow there, and it maybe hasn't been as necessary this year, but can you share a bit about the snowmaking operation that you have there at the center?
Certainly. It's a rather robust snowmaking system. We have about 10 million gallon pond for water that we use for putting our snow down. We also have 17 snow guns that are really advanced technology that we're able to use. So in years past, when Mother Nature hasn't been really kind to us and we've had to make our own snow, we've been able to do that successfully and weather through many of the warm-ups and the rainy days that we end up having. Even though we've had some natural snow this year, we still make sure that we make it so that we don't end up burning out or melting out, as we have races every single weekend throughout the course of the season. And the main reason why those are coming here is not only that the terrain and the venue is fantastic, but also that we're able to guarantee snow for them. So we really bolster the trail system, and then we get out and groom those up to make sure that it's the best quality experience for athletes, when they come out here to race.
Okay, so on to the real snow. Amanda, how can people track the skiing and snowshoeing conditions as they plan their travel this winter?
Absolutely. So the Wisconsin Snow Report is the perfect tool to help you discover the magic of winter if you are looking to get active outside this year. It is one of Travel Wisconsin's most popular resources every year, and it's an interactive map that tracks the snow conditions for a variety of winter sports, like downhill skiing and snowboarding, snowmobiling, as well as cross-country skiing. And when you're in the cross-country section, you can also find locations for snowshoeing, ski joring, and fat tire biking. So you can look at this map and quickly find locations that are open and ready for that winter activity you're looking for, like Ariens Nordic Center. And you can also sort by different amenities that are offered at different places, like who offers ski lessons, where can you do equipment rental, or where can you find night skiing. And it really is a great one-stop shop for planning, because you can also click on the map to get recommendations for nearby dining or lodging or other activities to help round out a really fun trip. And you can check it out at travelwisconsin.com/snow report.
And where are a few places people could stay in the Brillion area if they want to spend a few days at the Ariens Nordic Center?
You're going to find a couple of great trip-worthy boutique hotels within about a half an hour either west or east of Brillion. If you want to make the short trip to Appleton, you're going to find a really comfortable stay at Copperleaf Hotel. And they offer suite-style guest rooms that really are perfect for winding down after an active day outdoors. There's a whirlpool in each guest bedroom, so that's going to be a great way to relax your muscles. And then you can also turn on your fireplace for that perfect winter ambiance. Another option that's east of Brillion is the community of Two Rivers. Violet Inn is a new adults-only boutique hotel that recently opened, and they draw inspiration from the Danish concept of hygge. That's this mix of coziness, well-being, and connection. They have 6 different guest rooms. They're all really stylishly decorated, and they have this large, airy common space for guests to meet and mingle.
And after a long day of outdoor recreation, people might want to catch a hot meal. What are some places near Brillion you'd recommend, Amanda?
Well, Brillion is in Calumet County, and they actually dub themselves as the supper club capital of the Midwest. So you are going to find some awesome supper clubs in the area. One great option is Schwartz Supper Club. This is a family-owned establishment that has been operating in the small town of St. Anna for over 65 years. And whether you are a regular or a first-timer, you are going to be welcomed like family when you step inside. Their menu is full of your favorites, supper club items like prime rib. You can get a rack of ribs, great seafood, and their famous jumbo onion rings. And Schwartz Supper Club was actually recently shouted out in Forbes as a top dining destination in Wisconsin. So definitely a good one to put on your list. Another great option is Altona Supper Club. They're known for their popular buffets, like a Friday night seafood buffet and Sunday brunch buffet. And if you want some German flavors, check out Repke's Village Inn. This supper club is famous, again, for their, those supper club staples, but also a great selection of old world German specialties.
So, Sean, the center has only been open for a couple of years. What's something you'd like for people to know about visiting or doing some recreation at the center?
It's a real low barrier to entry to come here and either Nordic ski or try biathlon out. You shouldn't have any reservations about coming and trying any of this, whatever their ability level is. We like to say that we meet them where they are and help them get where they want to be. Again, whether it be Nordic skiing or biathlon, even during the summer, we have opportunities for people to do that. So we'd welcome them here at the Nordic Center any time of year.
Well, Sean and Amanda, thank you so much for joining me for another Wandering Wisconsin.
Thanks so much.
Thank you.
Sean Becker is the Director of Sport Operations and Development for the Ariens Nordic Center. Amanda Weibel is the Communications Officer for Travel Wisconsin. They both joined Lake Effect's Becky Mortensen for our series, Wandering Wisconsin. You can find more winter travel recommendations at wuwm.com.